Questions, comments, concerns, recipe requests? Drop me a line. Jim's Man Cave Kitchen at gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Hey, my name is Jim, and I want to welcome you to my Man Cave Kitchen. Hey y'all, welcome. My name is Jim, and this is Jim's Man Cave Kitchen. Today, folks, it's fall, it's raining, it's cloudy, it's cold. It's a perfect day for a pot of chili. And we're doing two things here today. First of all, we're making a pot of chili on a cold, rainy day. And the second thing we're doing is we are repurposing venison burgers left over from Thirsty Thursday's Meat Fest extravaganza. And if you missed that, you really missed something. It was so good. I could hardly wait. So first thing in the pot, I got 2 pounds of burger. If you watch the Man Cave Meat Fest, you know that this is about 70-30 mix of lean ground venison and ground chuck and a pound of bacon. So we're going to get this going in here. I got my ceramic cast iron Dutch oven heating up. We're going to get that burger mix in there going. And while that's doing that, I'm going to fire roast this here jalapeno. Got a baggie down under here to put it in. We'll get this thing opened up. I'm going to grab my jalapeno with my tongs. And I got my kitchen torch. So what you want to do is you want to hit this with the fire and you want to blister this outer waxy skin of your pepper, whether it's a jalapeno or a poblano or a bell pepper or a banana pepper. It just doesn't matter. And I want you to see this up close. Look at what that's done. It just blistered it black. So we're going to go all around this thing and blister it up. And then we're going to throw it in this baggie and it's going to steam. It's actually going to cook the inside of the pepper. Drop this right here in our baggie, just like so. You can see that baggie is already steamed up. I'm going to set it right there and forget about it for a little bit. Move this meat around some. Give this meat a little bit of kosher salt. I'm going to dice up this onion real quick. All right. This hamburger meat is almost browned through already. We're gonna let it go just a little bit more. All right, our burger is browned, and I pulled it out of the pan, put it on this sheet tray with paper towels, absorb up some of that fat and water, and I put our onions back in the pot, and they are in here getting soft. I put with them a little bit of kosher salt, a couple turns of fresh black pepper, and they're just in there getting all happy. But we need to finish up this jalapeno pepper here. I'm going to take it out of this baggie, and what you do with the paper towel is you wipe off the outside. All that black that you blistered and burnt on that waxy skin will wipe right off. Look at that. So now we're just going to dice this thing up and cut that off. Notice I'm wearing gloves. I recommend you always wear gloves working with jalapeno or any hot pepper. Lord have mercy, you don't want to get it on your hands and then rub your eye, or worse than that, go to the bathroom. Ooh boy, that's bad news. We'll get all these seeds and the membrane out, because that's where most of the heat is. And really, all we want is the flavor of this jalapeno without the heat. Personally, I don't mind a little bit of heat, but keep in mind, here at the ManCave Kitchen, we are always cooking from under. Mom doesn't like spicy so much. So I'm just going to run through and put a fine dice on these peppers. Just like so. And in the pool they go with the onions. And I'm only putting a half of it in because, again, Mom is eating this too. I'm going to dice up this other half. And I'm going to use it to garnish my bowl of chili. Alright, next up, I'm going to throw this meat back in the pot. Just like so. We're going to add to that, wait for it, if you know me, you won't be surprised, half a can of beer. And the reason that I'm only using half a can is really because I want to drink the other half. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, sir. A real man cook with beer. That beer will deglaze the bottom of this pot where we cook our onions and our jalapenos and browned our meat, and it'll lift all of them flavors up. And they did just that. Next up, our spice mix. I have in here chili powder, coriander, paprika, cayenne, cumin, pinch of red pepper flake, some smoked salt, and the secret ingredient, which is not going to be secret anymore, obviously, ground cinnamon. Just a pinch of cinnamon. I'm going to tell you folks, if you use the cinnamon a little bit, goes a long way. But it adds a warmthness. Is that even a word? It adds another level of flavor, a warm, different kind of spice in there, and I like it. I like it. So in it goes. One time I made a pot of chili, and I put a whole cinnamon stick in the pot and let it simmer in there, and then pulled the cinnamon stick out and tossed it, and that was pretty good. It was surprisingly good. I did that as an experiment, and I told myself next time I would only use a half a stick of cinnamon, but nonetheless I liked it. So we got our spices in there. Next thing in the pot is a quart of beef stock. A lot of folks I know, and including I used to, and my mom, when she used to cook, her chili was tomato based. Tomato juice, tomato sauce, tomato paste, tomato something. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But I found that I like a nice beefy based chili. Now there's still going to be tomatoes in here. We're going to throw them in there yet. But I like the beef stock. Next up, a couple cans of diced tomatoes. These are just what I happen to have in my cupboard. One is just a regular old garlic flavored diced tomato. The other is a fire roasted tomato. If I had felt like going to the store, I would have picked up more fire roasted tomatoes and just used those, but I didn't go to the store. And these will be just as good. Give that a little stir. It's coming along. It's got a nice color, real nice color. So some parts of the country, there's a different school of thought on chili and beans. I think in Texas, chili does not have beans in it. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. But I think chili in Texas does not have beans. When I lived in South Carolina, this is two totally different dishes. Well, what I have in the pot right now, they would call chili. And now wait for it. I'm going to dump these beans in there. And now, if I was in South Carolina, I would have a pot of chili beans. I don't get it, but that's just the way it is. I like different kinds of beans in my chili, and I don't mind a lot of beans. Sometimes I put great whites in there, northern beans. Today, I'm using a mix of pinto beans and black beans. And folks, that right there is it. It's come together. All we're going to do now is I'm going to put a lid on this, slightly askew, leave a sliver of it open on the one side, and I'm going to bring it to a boil. And then I'm going to shut it off. And that's it. It's done. And when we're ready to eat, we'll reheat it and call it good. Garnish it with a little cheese, maybe a little cilantro if you want to, some fresh diced raw onions, a little dollop of sour cream if you got it. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. Until next time. Oh, wait a minute. There's still more this time. I'll show you what a bowl of it looks like when I serve it up. Questions, comments, concerns? Hit me up. Jim'sManCaveKitchen@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you.
Remember, folks, you can request this recipe or any of my recipes. Just drop me an email. Send it to Jim'sManCaveKitchen@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you.